Joe Biden, when I've been around him, and that's not every day, but when I've been around him, when I've seen him on the news, he's absolutely 100% with it. And he's got his recall, his cognitive ability, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a doc, I'm a dirt farmer, but he's fine, and he's doing a good job. I think folks are making a bigger deal out of it than it is.
This concludes our press conference. Please stay seated as the leaders depart, please. Please stay seated.
Ready? You want to grab that water for a second?
117 days a year.
119 days a year.
131 days a year. 222 days a year. 1,285,000 miles. I traveled over 2 million miles in Amtrak.
He said 1,200,000 miles.
I've traveled millions of miles. You traveled over 2 million miles. You've traveled over 1 million miles on Amtrak. 1,200,000 miles. 1,515,000 miles on Amtrak. 1,200,000 or whatever.
This conference is one of the most important meetings in history. You have a chance to make decisions and reach agreements which will affect lives for generations to come. You are in a position of extraordinary power. You can change forever the trajectory we are on. You can make a world that is once again full of hope, not fear. This is my message from Earth to come. On behalf of We the 15, I ask you, please help us to guarantee a safer future for every life, regardless of your ability.
The reality of the economic recovery that we're living through is pretty dramatic. The fastest and best economic recovery of any place in the world.
They found that more than half of registered voters believe President Biden has made the economy worse. Only about a quarter of voters say they believe he's made it better. And look at this breakdown, item by item in our Fox News polling. 54% of voters say food prices are a major concern. 42% say utilities are. Just about half say gas prices are a major concern.
63% of Americans disapprove of the way that the president's handling the economy. His campaign thus far has focused on the economy. It does not appear to work. Why?
Well, you just got to keep going out there, making sure that people connect the good things that are going on with the president, because they're happening because of his policies.
So really, Jillian, the president, what he's doing is he's trying to message his way out of the economic stresses that almost all Americans feel every day. Now, he wants to make Bidenomics a household word, but he wants to give people a good feeling when they hear about it. But what they see is that food prices are up about 20% since January of 2021 when the president took office. Overall inflation is up about 16% in that time. This means that people are making about 3% less in their paychecks because everything else is so expensive. And
you talk about the things that are going up. Gas prices are going up 25 cents over the last month, a nickel off the price about a year ago. The mortgage rates are going up 20-year high, more than a 20-year high. And the administration and the party did such a good job of explaining several years ago about how that's outside of the president's control, right? We get that, but this is what people feel. Is there a vulnerability in tying the president's reelection campaign, fusing his name with economics when so many people feel so sourly about the economy? Is that a vulnerability for the president?
Well, it's not a vulnerability.
Good luck with that.
President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris have been laser focused on fighting for the issues that matter most to the American people. And by every measure, my friends, they have delivered.
This is the reality of the American
economic situation right now. While you often hear this White House tout that earnings are up, well, not when you account for inflation. It's gobbling everything right up.
More Americans are turning to loans to help pay for everyday expenses.
The average price of a new car in this country, I mean, I actually didn't believe it. We had to double check it. This is according to Kelley Blue Book. It's approaching $50,000.
Mass murderers sometimes have greater approval ratings than Congress. But what we see here is that more people actually trust congressional Republicans than President Biden on the most important issues of the day.
I am grateful to have a president and a vice president who are fighting tooth and nail for the freedoms that we hold near and dear to our hearts.
Sure.